everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles channel, and hopefully you are having an awesome day wherever you are today. And I just felt that I needed to do a Domino Angels for today, since it is the start of the December solstice, so new things are happening, bringing in all the new beginnings and celebrating different events and different times of the year too, especially in the northern hemisphere where it's the shortest day of the year today, and in the southern hemisphere it's the longest day. So in ancient times this would have been recognized, and people still have celebrations today, to this day. So I thought what we would do is a message from Domino Angels, my little Domino Angels deck, and next week you'll have your normal tarot forecast for you. I was away on the weekend and my internet sort of went out on the Sunday, and I didn't get back from the forest till Monday, so I was a bit late with things, so I just thought it best to leave it for this week. But I'm going to be going live tonight on Facebook at 7 p.m. UK time, so it would be really good to see you there, do some readings and healing as well as spiritual chats with you all too. So let's just have a look what's coming up with the Domino Angels message for us, and then I'll just do some talking like I usually do and see what comes through. So hopefully this is finding you happy and well wherever you are, and that you are asking for a pyramid of white light to be around you as your protection while you're listening, which is really important as well. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and I'll show you that I'm shuffling these cards. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got Archangel Zadkiel here with us. Okay, now Zadkiel is a very transformative angel, and Zadkiel is with you, urging, I'll just read it, urging you to organize your finances in this instance. If you've had extra bills coming in and not enough money to cover things, Zadkiel can offer practical advice and suggestions. Even when we see bills, Zadkiel reminds you to keep positive because there are blessings around the corner. Someone may offer you financial help, so don't be so prideful that you don't take it. Thank you to Archangel Zadkiel. Light a red candle to connect. Okay, so as we know, Zadkiel being one of these transformation type of angels and working on different levels of our spiritual awareness and in our life as well. In this instance, it's talking about finances, and that's most probably because most of us have a lot to do before Christmas and all the celebrations and the new year, and it feels like we're chasing our tail every year to get things done. And I always say, oh, next year I'm going to start really early with Christmas shopping, and I never do. I just leave it to the last second, and pretty much 90% of my Christmas shopping hasn't even been done yet today. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to trust that I'll get there and everything will get done like it always does. So I leave things to the last minute, obviously. But anyway, Zadkiel is working with you on those financial areas of your life, and also creating abundance in many different levels, many different layers of your being. Sometimes abundance is abundance of health, or abundance of creativity, or abundance of your abilities opening and things like that. And Zadkiel can help make transitions into these new ways of thinking for you too. And I've given a meditation once before, just a quick visualization of the white flames and the transformation flames with Zadkiel. And what you do is you imagine yourself standing in these white cooling flames, and you're just saying, thank you Zadkiel for being here. I really need you to take care of, and just name the things that you need him to take care of. Thank you for coming up with the right words to say. Thank you for coming up with the confidence within me. Thank you for taking away any stresses that I'm feeling. Thank you for removing any negative attachments from me and from my family and from anywhere I go. Thank you for relieving pressures. Thank you for allowing miracles to occur in my life. And thank you for showing me how to accept abundance in my life. something like this, you might want to say, and then you just imagine yourself stepping away from that white flame, and let Zadkiel deal with it. And I think for the most part, many of us try to really figure out how we can do things in our life, how we can solve puzzles, how we can how are we going to be able to move, how are we going to be able to get the money for a holiday, how are we going to do this, how are we going to do that. And we often overthink and confuse ourselves, with all of this worry. We overthink and confuse ourselves, and then it leads to stress, and then we get angry at everybody, and then we bite someone's head off, and then we're okay again. So we just got to learn how to, really relieve ourselves from pressure and stop putting so much responsibility on our own shoulders. And when we've said to ourselves, thank you for your assistance, we need to actually believe that that's what's happened. And I really feel that this is one of the biggest problems, or one of the biggest things that is difficult to help someone or guide someone with, is having that trust. Because I think for the most part, we've all been let down so many times, by so many people, that we believe that even if we do ask for assistance, we don't always see that it happens. And then with this, we sort of doubt that process, and the doubting creates a massive wall around you that you don't need to have there. There's this massive wall around you, and it's very difficult for the help to come through, because you've built this up around you. And it's difficult for the angels to sort of try to maneuver around that. So be clear about what you're asking without limitation, and ask with expectation that it's going to actually happen for you. I've often seen people also being really, really angry and annoyed when something doesn't happen how they would like it to happen. So they believe that they haven't been helped by spirit, or they haven't been helped by the angels, or God's not listening. But everything is always for your highest good. And you'll notice when things are right for you, you'll notice when things are supposed to be in your life, when there is an ease of flow. So for example, we're supposed to be in Canada at the moment, should have been there for Christmas, as I would have liked to have been, and something has been blocking the way. There's a lot of things, but it's been blocking, and we've been pushing against it and saying, we really want to go to Canada, this would be really awesome. And we just keep getting these blocks in the way. And finally, when that block changed, or everything changed, and we've got the okay to go to Canada now, something else has come up. So it's just not the right timing to go to Canada, which is hard, but that's what's happened. So instead of me getting upset about that, I've just said, well, there must be, because there's something better coming along. So okay, away we go on to the next thing. At the time when it was happening, and we kept getting the no, 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 no kind of feeling, it was very frustrating. And we all go through that. We're thinking, why not? Why? I'm supposed to go. I got the feeling I'm supposed to go. My dad's over there and all that kind of thing. But still getting the no, so the timing's not right. And when we applied for Pete's, visit to Australia, like to be able to come over on you have to do this ETA thing now for almost everywhere you go before you even travel. And it went through straight away, and we're just like, well, obviously you're meant to go to Australia but not Canada. So it's just really strange. But I understand, when the frustration can kick in, we just don't understand why we're not getting what we want, basically. But we always have to remember it's for our highest good. And when we see those blockages, sometimes you can make your way around the blockages and it's fine. But if you keep getting the door slammed shut in your face, it's because you're being guided towards something else, even if it doesn't feel that could even be right. We have to trust the process. And again, the trust word is in there. Very difficult. So work with Zadkiel on helping you with these trust issues that you have. Because I can tell you from experience that if you don't learn to trust the spiritual realms, and you don't learn to trust that they are helping you for your highest good, you will always block your abilities and you'll always block your way forward. You know, again, if excuse me, again, if there is something that is in your way and you really feel that you need to go in that direction, look for other options as well around that, or just leave it for a time and then come back to it. And sometimes when you find that the breakthrough that you need is there, it was just that the timing was out. And a friend of mine is always encouraging me to just really trust where the flow is taking me, because this is how she is able to manifest so many things in her life, like amazing things. And it's gotten to the point where she has to say, no, I don't want to manifest that, you know, because whatever she's thinking, she seems to bring about in her life. And, you know, she could just be thinking about anything and it starts happening. No, you know. So just really believe, for one, that you are worthy of the best, because worthiness issues always come into it too. Trust in yourself. Trust in the angelic realm to know you, have known you since the beginning of time. They actually know what you're trying to achieve. So does God, if you want to call it God, or source energy. So does, you know, Jesus and the angels and all those things. They, you know, and your spirit guides too. They are guiding your spirit, which is why they're called spirit guides. So they know what you're actually trying to achieve and how you're going to do that, and when the best time to do that is for your growth and for your knowledge and for your experience. But Zadkiel is here helping you to make abundance in your life, bring manifestation into your life, change things, take control of things, trust in yourself and trust in the process, you know, transform, especially since we're going into a new year and we need to be really vigilant with our clearing and our cleansing and our protection, because we've been getting so many attacks and also so many attunements within ourselves too. So just keep on you know, trusting this process and trusting in yourself and believing in yourself. And I do know that it is very difficult to do that, and as I said before, because of all the things that have happened in the past, but you have to push past that. You have to push right past that and build yourself up with beautiful white light. Protect yourself with a pyramid of white light. Go into meditation and imagine yourself trusting. This is one way in which you can also break the barrier down. Imagine yourself and what will happen if you are really trusting your way, trusting the way of the divine, to know what's right for you, for your highest good. See yourself doing that and see yourself going with that flow, and see when a door shuts in your face, you're okay, that's not the right way to go, well, I'm going to go around the back way then. Okay, that's still a shut door, I'll leave that for now and I'll move in another direction, you know, without thinking, oh, I can't have what I want kind of feeling. We can get like little kids having a tantrum sometimes because we really want something. And I often find, and I know I'm sort of talking a little bit, but I often find some people, you know, they really want this one person in a relationship, for example, and, you know, they're really focused on having this one particular person in a relationship. And if you go back to like your first relationship, you know, years and years ago as a teenager, I'm sure you all felt like, oh my God, you know, this is the person, this is the best, this is amazing. And now when you think about it, you're like, oh my God, I'm glad that I didn't manifest that person in my life forever, or I wouldn't be here, you know, where I am, kind of thing. So just remember that everything is always for, you know, your path, your highest good, with your highest interest at heart, with your growth at heart. You gave yourself certain things that you wanted to experience, and in certain times in your life, and there's some things that are meant to happen in a sequence. There are many other things that it doesn't really matter, as long as you're heading sort of in the right direction. You can go pretty windy to get there, but trust in yourself. Ask Zadkiel to help you, especially on a financial level, and try not to worry about this whole finances stuff. Just say, okay, I need you guys to really take care of this because I'm sick of looking after it now. That kind of feeling is fine. You know, talk like you ordinarily will talk. but with thanks and gratitude, and expectation of it actually taking place. So I'd like to thank you all for listening and being a part of this channel for however long you've been here for. And I'm going into the 8th year of Divine Miracles next year. So 2007 is the 8th year of Divine Miracles, and the 27th year for me, doing readings, working with people, healings, etc., etc. So away we go for another year, and hopefully I'll get to meet some of you guys in the new year. I'm also doing mentoring, so spiritual mentoring program, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about your spiritual path. You know, if you're creating a business, or you want some advice with business and things like that, that is something that I just get I'm the ideas person, if that makes sense. I can get all the ideas for everyone else, maybe not so much myself. But yeah, I can help you in any direction, and this is very intensive. We'll go over 4 or 6 weeks for the mentoring program. I'm also offering an intensive healing program. This is all done by distance, although we'll be keeping contact regular as well. And this is a very thorough type of, you know, we need to sort everything out that's going on with you from way back, and even in past lives and generations and things like that, going thoroughly through everything that's going on with you in an intensive healing fashion. And that'll be between 2 and 4 weeks, that particular course. So next year, 2017, you're going to see more teaching side of things, and, you know, guidance, I guess, and, you know, more workshops and things like that that are going to be available online, because I've almost figured out how I can do this, and more course type, intensive type mentoring and healing too, instead of smaller readings and things. So it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm going to just be working with people more intensively, which is what I want to do anyway, especially with the healing side of things. So I'd really like to thank you all again, and I hope you have an awesome Christmas period and happy holidays period for you all. I'm going to do the month of January, and also for the entire year coming up in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that, and watch for the different changes and things happening for 2017 on my website, and also with Facebook and live, you know, because I give away a lot for free on there too. So it is really fun, and I hope that you guys would come and join in too. So I'd like to thank you all for listening and sharing, you know, with me and being here, and wishing you every happiness and greatest success. And let's be excited for the new year ahead, and see what it brings for us all. So until the next video, this is goodbye for now.